And we are live. Greetings, readers and travelers, and welcome to another episode of Stats on Stats. You know what? I'm trying to be calm here, but I can't. I am not calm because we are excited because tonight's episode has been a long time coming. We are joined by the man, the mimic, the legend, the Carl of Sound Booth Theater, Jeff Hayes. Jeff, how we doing tonight?
We're doing real well today. How about you, man?
We're good. We're good. Just steadily breathing.
Just sorry, I'm killing my notifications. Shut up, phone.
Oh, I probably should do that as well. And of course, joining me as always, my co-host, my best friend, Joel Harvey. Joel,
That's me. Hi.
how we doing?
I'm okay.
You're okay? Just okay?
I'm good. I'm excited.
He's all right.
And
It's
of
gonna
course,
be
we
okay.
already have TJ Lombardi in the chat. TJ, always a pleasure
Yeah,
to see you
already
here. Welcome
already
in.
flirting. Well, hello there.
Oh my goodness.
Well, hi, TJ.
So, whew, guys, we are 10 days away from Dragon Con. And not only are we 10 days away from Dragon Con, but 11 days away from the release of Dungeon Crawler Carl, Book 6, The Eye of the Bedlam Bride on Audible. Now, we are going to talk about that here in just a few minutes, but just a little housekeeping, guys. Just a little housekeeping. If you're not following us on Twitch, go ahead and follow us over there at twitch.tv/statsonstats because we are streaming this in multiple locations now because you will have the chance to win one complete set of the first 4 books in the Artem series by multiple authors, or a chance to win one of the 4 books because we have, 5 winners. So there's 5 sets of prizes. It's pretty damn cool if you ask me. Also, there will be a picture of Joel and I with the Artem authors included in this giveaway. So make sure you're following us over there and following us on Twitter.
So
But
real quick, the Artem series. That's
Mhm.
that's the one that's like all 4 of these books are by different authors: Don Chapman, Jez Kajau. God damn it, Jez, your fucking last name. Um,
I've always said
and
Casio, and he
a
hasn't
couple of
collected me.
a
Kevin
couple others.
Sinclair
Yeah.
and Lars McMuller.
Right.
Yeah,
Lars.
we love Lars here because he
Everyone
has a
loves
few
Lars.
books on Sound Booth
That's
Theater, I
correct.
believe.
Yeah.
So
Wayward
we are.
Bard.
That is a good series. That is a really good series. That Sound Booth has some damn good books, and we're going to talk about those.
We're blessed. We're blessed with good authors and good content to work on for sure.
Plenty of content. So I don't know. Oh yeah, um, we're just a few days, like less than 2 weeks away from Dungeon Crawler coming out
Yep.
on Audible. Has to be the day, of course, Dragon Con's going on. Who
Yep.
who do we yell at about that? Was that Matt's decision?
Matt, yeah.
Damn it, Matt.
Definitely yell at Matt because he was like, "All right, everybody, September 1st." And then we were like, "What?"
So what you're
September
saying
1st?
is just
Okay.
get a giant Bluetooth speaker and carry it around Dragon Con, just holding it up,
Yeah.
playing Dungeon Crawler Carl 6.
Maybe I should do that. Maybe I
We
should do
should.
that.
Well,
I'm going to be at Dragon Con. I'm going to be getting there early, maybe just the day early, so I can settle into the SBT house that we've rented. We're not doing the church this year. It
aw,
was a
dang
bit too
it.
expensive. It was a bit too expensive last year, but it was fun and it was totally worth it. It's just, it was hard to do. It was hard to do that with the budget, but it was 100% worth it. This year it's a slightly humbler house.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe I can. I'll bring over. I have this Bluetooth speaker that looks like kind of like a football.
Okay.
It's a
All right.
JBL though, and it sounds amazing.
Well, JBL is a good brand, so I just have a
Yeah.
little UE boom. It's about about yay big. It's
Yeah.
nothing really fancy, but it's funny that I kind of said that because when we met you at Gen Con last year,
Mm-hmm.
when Joel and I came to Gen Con just to see you specifically, like we didn't care about the rest of the con. We just knew you were there, and we were like, "Hey, let's go see." Shut up, TJ. Shut up. We're not starting the bullying this early. Damn it.
I like TJ's guilty dog face.
That is actually, I
Guilty
believe,
dog
his
profile.
pet that just passed away.
Oh no. Oh well, I'm sorry, TJ. I know what it's like to lose a bestie.
Oh God,
Roast
Stephen
duck.
Landry's now in the chat too with the roast duck. So quack, duck power.
Yeah.
So we were gonna
So
walk up to you at Gen Con, blasting Wonder Crawl from the
ah,
Sound Theater app, but I didn't bring the Bluetooth speaker.
you forgot
so,
the Bluetooth speaker.
yeah.
God damn it. That would have
But
been awesome.
and now the
That would have been
stream
so
went
cool.
dark. It's dark humor here. We
we're
all
gonna
do it.
we're gonna move past the bereavement here, and
So, so Joel,
that
we'll pass
con-
it over to you.
yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you want to talk about first? Because we got some topics.
Yeah, let's just dive right into it. I mean,
Dig in, fellas. I'm an open book here.
Let's start us off with Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Open book.
All right.
Open book.
Open. What book is that?
Actually, my copy
Yeah.
of the Metal and Bride. So let's talk about it. So, Joel, what
Bring
do
it.
you wanna
Oh,
discuss?
man. Dude, I read this book on Kindle and it's so good. Dude,
Plus
Matt,
the cold reads.
yeah. He's just so good at like the mind unraveling into like madness in his series, and it's and Jeff does like a fantastic job with like capturing that with Carl. I feel like honestly, anything you guys are excited about for Bedlam Bride?
Are you talking to me or are you talking to the people watching?
Both is good.
Okay.
We'll start with
I'll
you.
wait for you guys to answer. Go ahead.
Well, obviously, I am excited for pretty much everything. I can't wait to hear Uzi Jesus. That's my big thing. When the cover was revealed, like the little like snippet, it was just Donut throwing a card. I was like, "What the hell is that? Is that a Magic the Gathering card?" It's more Duel Monsters, I guess now, but still, holy shit! So I'm really excited about that, and also like this cast, because this is the first Dungeon Crawler Carl like book. Also, hi everyone on Twitch, hi everyone on Facebook. Thank you for tuning in. I don't have a way of making the Twitch pop up on screen, but I have my phone next to me so I can see the Twitch chat. So greetings to everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate you being here. So we're just gonna talk about it. Travis Baldry and
Mhm.
Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
Holy shit! This is some big cool ass news. So
Yeah.
Jeff, talk to us. How was it like working with both of them?
So, Patrick Warburton was my idea. I think it was back, maybe even book 2, when we kept getting like, flashbacks to Carl's dad. I was like, dude, we got to get Patrick Warburton for him. I know that he's planning on bringing him in because of the way that things were playing out. We were seeing, people from other people's pasts, like ending up in the crawl and
Mhm.
fucking with the crawlers. And I was like, he's definitely gonna do this with Carl's dad. Somehow he's gonna have a role in this, and it would be such an amazing thing to like a great, something that everyone would get. Everyone would understand why he's there.
Right.
So that was my that was something I had been kind of working on since book 2 or book 3, just trying to get a hold of Patrick, and we finally did. And then we got a hold of him like a year early, because Matt hadn't had it written, the parts with Carl's dad, and so like at least we got Patrick's agent's attention way ahead of time, and then finally Matt finished the book, and that's when he sent me all of his parts. So I was like, "Fuck, we got to get this rolling like as soon as possible." And so, yeah, we made a deal with his agent. It was, it was a pretty penny. He's a Hollywood guy, But it was definitely worth it, especially, I flew out to LA. I flew out there, and we rented an hour's worth of studio time, like professional studio in Burbank. And he came in, and he was just, he was, I don't know, like when you think of Hollywood people, you think of Hollywood actors and stuff, you always think they're going to be a diva, I think, you know, especially ones that are relatively high profile, like Patrick. And it was 100% not that way.
That is amazing.
He showed up. He was, just straight to business, like, asking all the important questions, wanting to get the rundown on what the story is and all that, which was pretty much impossible to do, right? Because of how absolutely batshit insane the story is.
So
There's
good, though.
Right. I mean, that's why I love it, because it's so convoluted and fucked up. But like, there's no way for me to summarize everything that's gone on to the point that he's there. So, I directed him. He was in. We had the big pane of glass between us, and I had a little talk button and everything. And he was just humble and willing to try anything. It was clear to me that he just wanted to do the best job possible. So yeah, it wasn't like, these fucking audiobook people, like it was like, it's like any other job for him, it's just, it was really cool. I felt like we had his respect from the get-go. So it was great. And then after the session, which, by the way, everything that I was able to direct him, it was like, as soon as I gave direction, he course corrected immediately, and it was just perfect. And so, like, afterwards, I got to talk to him for like a half hour, just hung out and asked him about, how his career is going and what all's going on with him, and, like, learned a little bit about his sons, who are also actors. It was really cool.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Yeah, it couldn't have gone better, honestly. So I'm really excited. We'll have some video of it going up on YouTube sometime this week, maybe at the end of the week.
Hell yeah.
But
Hell yes.
yeah, so I need to send that to his agent first before we publish it. But once that's done, once he approves, then we can publish it, and you guys can see part of how the session went.
Geneva, hi.
Hey, Geneva. So besides Patrick, of course, there's Travis Baldry, who I've only had the briefest of interactions with before we actually did this recording session. The first time I actually talked to him, I was kind of like running a secret idea by him that's bigger than him being a cameo on Dungeon Crawler Carl. But we kind of had a good time talking about that. Then I asked him, hey, and Travis was Matt's idea. He specifically wanted Travis for Raoul, the crab. So
He's like, okay,
the
can do some
having read the
cultivation stuff.
dialogue and knowing that Travis is like kind of like this really, as far as I can tell from everything that I've seen about him and all that, it seems to me he's like a really wholesome guy. So maybe some of the messed up shit might like rub him the wrong way. So I was like, okay, well, here's the script. Are you sure you want to do it? And he was so down. He was like, yes. And he even did it for free. Like,
That is fucking awesome.
I was not prepared for that. I was like, yeah, so, it'll just be an hour in the booth. I'm figuring, I'll pay you, a hefty hourly rate for it. And he's like, oh, no, don't worry about that. I'm just happy to do it, So it's like, okay. Then when it came time for us to actually record, I'm thinking, okay, Travis Baldry's gonna be Travis Baldry, and he's gonna Baldry all over this crab. But no, he came in as fucking Raoul. Like
Oh my fucking God.
I barely had to direct this dude. Like he went nuts with it, and I totally didn't expect it. And he went above and beyond. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. So I'm very, very excited for everyone to hear his performance on this because again, I think of Travis as more of like when you hear talk about Travis, amongst the other professionals, everybody else, he's got like a perfect behavioral record. Like no one's mad at that dude for anything.
He's
He
just a
like
raw gem of a person. We love Travis.
yeah, 100%. So like just you expect those kinds of people to at least be boring. But no, not at all. His performance killed me. I was cracking up the entire time in the booth. Like, and we did it remotely. It was just over Discord.
I love Travis so much.
He's so great, and I can't wait to one day work with him some more. But it was a breeze. He directed him, like I said, he directed himself. He came in with a voice that I was not expecting, but was completely appropriate.
Hell yes.
And yeah, he even would stop himself and be like, no, wait, I can do this better. So, Travis, thanks again, man. You did a fucking excellent job, and no one is going to be disappointed.
Oh my God.
It's going to be fantastic. Oh, and of course the scene with him and Patrick Warburton, I think on paper, at the very least, the funniest scene in the entire series. So
Oh my God.
yeah, it's going to be so good, guys.
Joel, is our car ride back from Atlanta gonna be just chaos at this point? Like, there's no one's gonna be talking because there's 4 of us in the car. It's myself, Joel, and then Stephen Landry and his girlfriend are gonna be joining us. Well, I guess the car ride back from Atlanta is gonna be very quiet.
Yeah.
Because
Well, not really. I mean, you're going to be laughing your asses off too.
Oh yeah, obviously because anything that Matt, okay, not anything because Kaiju Battlefield is fucked completely.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
So, with Patrick Warburton, everything that man touches is perfect, especially when it comes to. And speaking of the devil, we said his name too many times. Matt Dinneman is now
look
in the
who
chat.
he is.
Hi, Matt. Why? I got a bone to pick real quick. Why September 1st? I wanted to enjoy Dragon Con. Okay. I got a pick now. No, I'm not really upset, Matt. Please don't yell at me. I love you. I can't wait to meet you at Dragon Con. Anyways,
He's really upset. He's backstage.
I'm already.
You should have heard his rant. You should have heard it.
Sen is in the Twitch. It is being streamed in the Lit RPG Legion group. Sen, if you wanna
Sin
join.
Vasquez.
Yeah, Sen's Corner.
Yes. Hello, Sin. Good to see you.
We are in the Lit RPG Legion group. So, if Jeff said I picked the day, he's a filthy liar. He wanted August 31st. See, I would have been okay with the 31st because I would have been driving to Atlanta and I could have gotten 8 hours of this damn book done.
I think I said that we might be able to do the 31st. Well, yeah, actually, he's right because I like to do releases on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's
so. No, I misremembered. Matt set the record straight. He wanted to give us an extra day. But if it had been the 31st, that's when everyone's arriving at Dragon Con and settling in, So still
Crash Audible 2023.
I'm still going to try and push him under that bus.
We're crashing Audible 2023.
Oh,
Let's
please do, guys.
Let's do it.
That's okay. Shamefully, that's one of the biggest things that I'm excited for with this release. And it's, it may be career-minded or whatever, but it's also like my excitement for the series itself and my excitement for the way that Dungeon Crawler Carl seems to be slowly but steadily creeping into like a wider audience that's not just Lit RPG people, Excuse me. you can like lit RPG has a certain amount of fervor, right? As far as a genre, like the people
Sin,
who
we'll try to get
read or
your
listen to lit RPG.
thing approved real quick if one of the admins can do that.
Say again.
Sin had requested to join the Lit RPG Legion group so she can watch it
Oh,
over
okay.
here.
Gotcha.
So
So yeah, I mean, the way that it is creeping into a wider audience and not just lit RPG
Thank you,
people. I
Jim.
mean, of course, lit RPG is very. Everyone within lit RPG is ravenous. They want the next lit RPG.
Mhm.
They're always looking for something new, and they just stick to the genre. And that's something I've never really like understood or ever seen in any other genre. Is just people who just all they want is lit RPG. You know,
Right.
I've never seen that anywhere else, and it's crazy
so
how,
good.
how people are. I mean, yeah, I really like the genre too. I love, but I'm not a genre guy. You know, I stick to lit RPG because that's what got me to the dance, right? And you know, I appreciate it. I understand it. I used to play a lot of video games, and so I get it, right? So I like that this is kind of my home, but also I'm interested in everything. You know, I'm interested in every genre possible. Like actually, Matt Dinneman turned me on to Andy Weir's his newest one, Hail
Oh,
Mary. Hail
okay.
Mary, and that's you know that and The Martian. They're both hard sci-fi, and I love that shit. Like you know, actually getting into the science of stuff and talking about that and actually coming up with some plausible plot that is, you know, beyond the technology and scientific understanding that we have now, but it leans heavily on speculation and it leans heavily on like relatively accurate science. So you know, it's been a blast listening to that, and I want to work on something like that again. I've done a little bit of hard sci-fi that I really liked, fantasy. I really love that stuff. I'm actually like in the middle of reading the original Lord of the Rings for the first time, and it's amazing. It's so goddamn good. Yeah, Matt says his Hail Mary is his favorite audiobook of all time. So, and for good reason. Like
This is just my studio.
uh, for good reason. It's Ray Porter is amazing in it. He's so good. He just fits that
I love
character
Ray
like a
Porter.
glove. He's incredible. So there's all this stuff out there. All these different people have all these interests, and the thing about all those other genres is they just happen to have a higher potential reach, right? I would
Right.
say that you're more likely to find success in lit RPG, but you're almost certain to never reach the level of success that Hail Mary did, or almost any other genre, right? There's Ready Player One, The Martian, and obviously Lord of the Rings, or you know anything by Brandon Sanderson. Like
Right.
all these other genres have these absolute titans at the top, and then nobody else,
Right.
right? So I think Dungeon Crawler Carl is approaching that. It may be the first lit RPG that hits that level. You know, I think He Who Fights with Monsters actually has sold better technically, but it's still not reaching outside the lit RPG genre. It's like that book every lit RPG fan has listened or read to. Listened to or read.
Mhm.
Not everybody in lit RPG has read DCC or listened to it, but way more people that are not lit RPG people have listened to or read Dungeon Crawler Carl.
So, I
Hold on,
think.
Joel.
What?
Hold on, real quick, because we gotta we gotta point something out. One of our mods, Zeckler, has not read He Who Fights with Monsters. He's refusing
really?
to. Oh yeah, he's refusing
Okay.
to.
Why?
Also,
I mean,
Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but go to that link I posted in the comments earlier and just grant access so we can see your beautiful name, and we know who we're talking to. And also, Jeff, I want to give you a couple shout outs real quick because obviously we can't get the Twitch chat going. But been listening to DCC since book 2, and Jeff, I can say you're an amazing narrator. I hope you and all your narrations blow up. You deserve love and good juju. And then HP Hollow said, also, Jeff, you've done a phenomenal job on Dungeon Crawler Carl, such that I frequently recommend the audio version over the print and text version.
Well, thank you so much,
Same.
everybody who's been listening. You know, it's my favorite project, and it's also the most
Sin.
successful project.
Oh my God, comments are blowing up.
Tell HP I said hi. Who's HP?
HP Hollow.
Oh, okay. Matt says hi to
So-
HP Hollow.
Yep, I was gonna
Actually,
get to that.
Derek Atwater says not true, but go on. I'm not sure what part
That's
was not true.
Zeckler. That's Zeckler. He was replying to the every fan has read He Who Fights with Monsters.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's
No.
okay. Gotcha.
So
That's Zeckler.
what I was going to say about that is that whenever I recommend books to people, and mostly what I read is lit RPG, there's a lot of lit RPGs that do a lot of things like very well, like in their own little niche, but I feel like Dungeon Crawler Carl is one of the ones that is just all around, like has all the
It's for
aspects
everyone.
that are really good. Like there might be some books that do like certain parts better, but as far as like the all around intrigue of the book, like Dungeon Crawler Carl hits all those sweet spots.
Yeah. Agreed.
So
It's incredibly well rounded, in that sense, but there are things that it does better than, in my opinion, any other lit RPG I've ever read, which is characterization. Like even without me, I mean, of course, that's the thing about me is if the author does a good job with characterizing, with writing, my job is easy as hell, right? Like, I mean, for Dungeon Crawler Carl, everything's written down. Like it's clear
Right.
to me exactly how everything should go, and it's because Matt's so specific with how he writes dialogue and everything. It's crystal clear. So like, because the characters are so rich, the drama actually pops much better than any other lit RPG. Lit RPG generally has a stakes issue, right? Where everything is just so casual because most of the time they are in games. They are playing some kind of game, or there's just something about the world, even if it's supposed to be the real world. There's just something about it that's got this sort of superhero aspect where you know everyone's gonna be fine.
That's one thing I like about lit RPG. I wanted to bring this up was there's a little bit of something for everyone, whether they're in a playing a game, trapped in the game, etc., or they're isekai'd to a world with game-like mechanics, or in the real their native world that has the system incarnate or whatever. I love those, but something about Dungeon Crawler Carl where it's a fucking TV show.
Mhm.
That's where it slaps. That's where it hits
Yeah.
a little bit harder because at first I was like, is this just a stab at reality TV? And I was like,
Well,
probably.
it's not just reality TV, right? It's
Right,
it.
this is
I think it really is kind of perfect for our zeitgeist, right?
Mhm.
We're sort of right now with media in general because of the internet, because it feels like everyone's kind of glued to their screens all the time now.
constantly.
Like even if it's not entertainment, if it's work, if it's this or that, like almost every aspect of all of our lives is just sucked into these screens and in voyeurism, and the way people talk anymore is in relation to viewership, content, all of that. Like I think Dungeon Crawler Carl kind of brings that. That's like sort of the overarching theme of everything is that, hey, this is going a bit too far, right?
Right.
Like we're all sort of experiencing this um, long-term manic episode because of how so much of our lives have been sucked into the internet and sucked into the media and dependent on people's opinions. You know,
So we're gonna play a little questionnaire, kind of just off the top of your head, because I want to know. Because Kevin in the chat earlier said Prepapente. God damn it, Pony,
Prepotente.
fucking Pony, will forever hold a special place in his heart.
Mhm.
Thank you, Kevin. We love him too. So Jeff, Joel, who are your favorite characters in Dungeon Crawler Carl? Who is your like go-to character? Jeff, we'll start with you.
my favorite's still Carl.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I feel I have a lot in common with him as a character. He's sort of, he's laid back. He's a bit naive when it comes to like his relationships, his relationships with everybody. You know, he's always like trying to do the right thing by people, even though often that makes him go, okay, all right, yeah, this is the right thing to do. Fuck, you know. And he just he's sick of the status quo. He's sick of the shit that the higher ups are forcing him through. So I don't know. I just feel like he's a very timely character, and I feel a lot of kinship with him.
Oh, we got another question on the Twitch chat really quickly. Jeff, what are your other projects where you go all out with your range?
Mm. Um, Everybody loves large chests.
Absolutely.
Um,
Jackson comes out later this week on Audible.
yes, it does on Friday. Yeah, and I'd love to talk some more about that one later on. Harmon,
Feedback loop.
whatever he writes, Charles, anything that he writes, they usually make me stretch my range. But you know, I think that I work best with the authors who are good at chaos. You know,
Those are some of my favorite ones too.
all four of those authors, right? Like my best stuff with them is batshit insane, right? War Eternus by Charles
good.
Steen, like that shit's all over the place, man. Feedback
Shout out
Loop,
to
of
Mike.
course, like that's always gonna have a special place in my heart because Quantum.
So this is actually how I explain your voice work and everything to people when I talk about an audiobook narrator, and they're like, well, who's like one of your favorites? I was like, Jeff Hayes. Like Jeff Hayes, hands down.
Mhm.
And they're like, why? And I was like, okay, here. I play a little bit of Dungeon Crawler Carl. And they're like, okay, like, yeah, he's really good. I switch immediately over to Feedback Loop, where it's a scene between Quantum and Morning Assassin talking. Sorry,
Mhm.
Adrian. Shout out to my boy. And he's like, that's the same person. I was like, oh yeah, that is the same person. They're like, no, it's not. I was like, no, it is. It is. So
Yeah,
that's what I do.
it's an honor to to be able to do that. You know, it's something I set out to do from the beginning of my career. It's not as if I was good at it from the beginning, but that was always my goal, was to be the kind of actor who takes full advantage of the fact that I'm a voice actor, who, you know, can hide behind every role, right?
Mhm.
I don't want you to hear me. I want you to hear the characters that I'm representing, right? I want you to hear Carl, and I want you to forget I exist. And the same with Feedback Loop and anything that's first person, right? Like even, you know, A Summoner Awakens. That's my newest one, I think. That just it came out where we did that in partnership with Athon. Basically, the author Kerberos, he told me I was heavily inspired by Peaky Blinders when I
Ooh,
wrote this, and so
that is a fun one. I was actually
yeah,
re-listening to it before we did the show tonight while we were
yeah,
playing Baldur's Gate 3.
yeah, and so I'm doing a Tommy Shelby impression for that. You don't hear it as much at the beginning because I'm an old fuck, but then as you hear the main character's young voice, and as that young voice starts taking over in the
Okay.
narration, it really I'm just doing Tommy Shelby.
It's
You
so
know,
good.
so I again I want to disappear. I want what you're listening to fool you into thinking that this is actually the character telling you a story and not even reading to you, right? I don't want it to sound like anyone is reading to you. I want this to sound like you're at a campfire with somebody that you just met and they're telling you their fucking crazy life story.
David Zeckler.
Yeah. Right. I could never hang out with you either, Derek. I would punt you in the nuts for that. Yeah, thank you.
And then the Facebook user, I believe, I want to say that is James Hunter. If I'm switching back over to Facebook really
Oh,
quickly,
nice.
it is.
Hey, James.
Hi, James.
Is he?
So
Are you gonna be at the? Are you gonna be at the Lit RPG Under the Sea party? Oh man,
I'm
should we talk about that? I
volunteering.
don't know if we need more people to show
Oh
up.
no, it is. We should because it's a free event.
Uh-huh.
Also, hi Sharon.
It's free for you
It's a
guys.
free event at Dragon Con, and it's going to be at the aquarium.
Yeah.
Free drinks. There's going to be booze everywhere. Hey, I'm volunteering. I told Geneva I was like, I'll volunteer, and
Yeah.
I told Emily the same
Appreciate
thing.
it.
I was like, hey, use me at your full disposal. And
Okay.
Geneva said we should not encourage more people. It's already going to be a clusterfuck, and I'm
Oh man.
excited for it.
So we started planning for that event, and we're like, okay, I think we can handle 200 people. I think maybe hopefully maybe that many people will show up. I think the RSVP is like over 620 now.
Oh my gosh.
So this is
All
gonna
right,
be
so I'm probably not going to
crazy.
the aquarium afterwards because I'm going to be passed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, the aquarium staff is definitely gonna hate us. So
Maybe
hi, Sin.
there will be an open bar, so I mean maybe the staff will. Take
Okay, I'm
advantage
gonna
of
need a couple shots then because holy shit.
that. Yeah.
So the comments are blowing up on both Twitch and oh god, fuck,
Lots of people.
so many
Lots of people talking.
And then Jonathan Smith just messaged me on Discord. Jonathan, get in here. So, oh, Joel, who was your favorite for Dungeon Crawler,
Oh.
Carl?
I was gonna say Mongo, just because
Shout out to my boy Mongo.
Donut's kind of the mascot, or at least she was in the first couple of books. But Mongo is the mascot's mascot.
I'm sorry, she's not the mascot anymore, dude. She's wearing a fucking beret. Like, come on, look at that hat.
Okay, yes.
I like
She's
that
got a
Donut
mic.
is
hat on
also
the
my
audiobook cover
favorite.
better.
Oh, same, but which I noticed little differences. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Hold on a second.
Yeah, I
So
love it.
yeah,
Ah,
Rich, right back at you.
I'm a Mordecai. I'm a Mordecai guy. I love
Mordecai.
Mordecai, and I'm excited to hear because when I saw Patrick Warburton on the list, I thought he was going to be doing Mordecai's voice for the floor.
Mm.
That's what I thought, but I was like, no, they probably couldn't have gotten all that in just an hour session.
No. I mean, besides, that would have been infinitely more expensive.
So,
Probably.
I'm gonna tell the viewers about my theory. So whenever I first
Okay.
saw this, I had a theory that like during the epilogue or something, they're just gonna have like a Carl action figure, and it's gonna have like Patrick Warburton's voice, and Carl's gonna hear it and be like, "That sounds nothing like me." I was just like, that would be
The
great.
epilogues are always on point. Matt, we're going to shout you out really quickly because I even quoted one of your epilogues earlier with Justin Thomas James' sweet, buttery voice.
Yeah.
because
Oh
we're
man, I can't remember what it was that Matt called him.
oh my god, that was perfect because we were
Uh,
obviously talking about Joel asked Jeff. He was like, "Did you do that book?" He was like, "I was featured in the book, but that was all Justin." Which JTJ's not here. What the hell? Where you be?
I don't know, man. Oh, you mean not in the audience?
Yeah, no, well, yeah, he's not in the audience. I was expecting him to
I'll
like
I'll
yell at me,
I'll
tell me to get back on
I'll tell
reviews.
him you're call. I'll tell him you're calling him out real quick.
I'm summoning the great JTJ. Come on. During his mic time at Lit RPG Under the Sea, it's going to be the goat noise nonstop.
Yeah, Matt's gonna hand me a script, and I'm gonna be like, "All right."
How many fuck you ponies do you think they're going to be in the at the sea? Like everyone just goes fuck you pony.
Uh,
Well,
I
so
hope plenty.
so funny story about that one. We had just Joel and I had started going to the gym together, so we were like re-listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl, because why not listen to Dungeon Crawler Carl while working out and getting that adrenaline going? And then that day night we went and saw Thor: Love and Thunder,
Uh-huh.
and there's two goats that scream,
Right.
and as soon as we heard the screams, we both looked at each other and go, "Fuck you, pony!"
Yeah, they totally ripped that off Dungeon Crawler.
Oh, totally, totally, totally. How dare they?
They knew what they were doing.
Jeff aggressively attacking the keyboard. Oh, a sound I'm familiar
I'm one of those
with.
guys. I'm one of those guys.
See, I just.
Can't help it. It's just so satisfying.
All right, we should probably give a little promo to the release that's coming out this Friday,
Okay.
because this Friday we are finally getting Everybody Loves Large Chests, Volume 9, Jackson.
Yeah.
Jeff, tell us a little bit about Jackson, because
So first of all,
we're
Jackson
excited.
is the biggest Everybody Loves Large Chests production ever. 18 hours. 8 people in the cast this time.
Every time you say that,
Oh.
I forget about it,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh shit, there's 8 people in this cast.
Yeah.
Because you've talked about it on the Sound of Theater Lives a couple of times, and I'm just like, shit.
Yeah. So Gary Furlong is a big highlight in this one.
God, I love Gary.
Gary is pretty much anytime I'm working on any project with Gary and I'm going through the Ableton set and I'm like looking for my parts, or I'm doing editing or anything where I got my hands in the set and he's a part of it, I'm chuckling 100% of the time. Gary is one of the most entertaining motherfuckers out there. Especially in the narrator world. He's got a YouTube channel, by the way, and an Instagram.
I follow his TikTok as
and
well.
his TikTok.
Oh,
He's
it's so good.
so funny, dude. He is so
he's
funny,
fucking fantastic.
and it's a real tragedy that he's not got more followers and all that stuff. So anyone who's here, for sure, go subscribe to Gary Furlong VO on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. Like, his stuff is hilarious.
Speaking of Sound Booth Theater Stars, because I didn't see that they had joined the Twitch chat, but Emily's in the chat now.
Oh, nice, Emily.
Hi, Emily. Not only do we heart Gary, we heart you as well, because
Oh.
without you, this wouldn't have happened.
That's
so,
true.
So thank you, Emily.
Yep, this wouldn't have happened in the Lit RPG Under the Sea thing that we have too many people for. Wouldn't be happening.
Oh God, I'm getting my workout in.
Oh yeah.
Whew.
So yeah, Gary's got a big part in it. He plays Gux. He's a blind lizard shaman guy. We have Lori Catherine Winkle featured a lot more heavily. We have let's see, Alejandra LaFleur is taking a little bit more of a role. I think in book 8, she was the Olrane, the flower with the giant
Yeah.
titties. I guess every female in the
In
series
the
has giant
dungeon?
titties, except
Or-
maybe there's. Is there somebody who doesn't have giant titties?
Kira.
I mean, maybe she wasn't. Maybe she didn't before, but like every picture I've seen her in
Okay,
for
fair.
a while.
I
massive.
guess Frizzy Fizzy,
Fizzy,
or
small
Fizzy.
chests, right?
Yeah.
The only one. Okay. But so she returns as another Alrane, but she also plays the new champion of
Okay,
death.
Zephyr, you get left too.
Her name's Cade, and she does this excellent German accent for her. So really looking forward to that. Newest cast member who I'm very excited about is Lucky Byfleet.
Okay.
She is actually an English woman who's living in Iceland, and she has excellent accents. Funny enough, she doesn't have Yank accents. Usually, even people in the UK are pretty good with American accents, but she can't do any American accents. So I mean, that's fine with me. It's great. There's plenty of UK accent characters to go around, but she's brilliant. She's very natural sounding, very good actress, which is the most important thing for us. Accents are great, but like, acting is what we want. We want the character acting. We want rich, dynamic performances. So Lucky has that in spades. And Dory Sachs, of course, the new Fizzy. I don't know if anyone here has listened to Small Chests Are Fine Too.
Such
That
a good book.
is available exclusively on our platform at soundbooththeater.com. We have the classic audiobook version, which is just an all-in-one with no sound effects or music, or you can get the cinematic version, which is 7 chapters, and that is full cast sound effects and music, and it's beautifully done. Aaron J. Morton is our lead composer. He does most of our stuff, and of course he did Scaft. But Richard Smith, this was his first full project, completely in the lead with sound design, and he did an excellent job. So definitely go check that one out, guys. It's I'm really proud of that one.
Someone in Twitch asked, so when do you do Small Chests? Before book 9? Doesn't it take place between 7 and 8? Kinda.
I think anywhere between 6 and 8.
Okay.
I think you could listen to it before or after 7. I don't think 7 really has. It has like a little bit of tie-in.
Yeah.
In 7. But 6 is where Boxy dies, and then
because Fizzy comes back.
Fizzy
doesn't come back
takes
until
off.
book 8, or she doesn't
Yeah.
come back till book 8, right?
Yes, book 8
Okay.
is where she comes back. So anywhere between 6 and 8, you can listen to Scaft. And Dory narrated Scaft as well.
She did such a good job. She did such a good job.
She did a fantastic job, especially for having, I think before this, she'd only narrated a couple short stories for us. So the fact that she was able to take it to this level, this early in her narration career, like narration's not what she does full time. It's like something she's, trying to work more towards. Man, she knocked it out of the park. We have another audiobook that she's narrated called Adventures in Alicia.
Okay.
It's a kid's book by Ben Wolfe. It's about this guy and his daughter find a portal to another world in their basement, and a unicorn comes through, and
That
crazy.
sounds cute as hell.
Yeah, she narrated that one, and she did a fantastic job. I mean, like, I cannot wait to get Dory on more projects. It's just her voice is so specific, it's hard to find the right fits. But once we do, man, like I really want to do more. So
I gotta
but yeah.
I gotta give a plug. If you guys haven't used the Sound Booth Theater app, go use it because
Please
it's
do.
got so many good exclusives on there. The amount of like stuff in my library plus the episodes they release, because there's a lot. There's Space Buns, which it's my go-to whenever I boot up the app. I just immediately go to
Really?
Space Buns. Oh yeah,
Oh wow, that's
I love it.
Really
Like
nice to hear.
especially with that like 1950s like talk show like intro, it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy.
Yeah. And Emily, who we were shouting out to earlier, she's the writer on that one. She and Annie work together to come up with the story, and then Emily fleshes it out in the script, and Annie does the music. And she's she is Space Buns, of course.
It's
Please
so
do
good.
check that out, guys. We are starting season 2 soon. In the next
We're
few
gonna
months.
we're getting Emily on the show. Like that's our next big goal is to get her on the show to talk about Space Buns because do I still have it in here or did I take it out? I think it's on my table. It's the thing I got from you at Gen Con last year that
Oh,
you
okay.
signed. So I'm gonna grab that really
Uh,
quickly. Joel,
The
take over. Take over real quick.
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I'll just keep blabbing about Jackson, because man, everybody loves large chests is so wrong. It's
Okay.
just an immoral thing to be producing, and I love it. It's just
Are we still talking everybody
absolutely
loves large chests?
yeah.
Okay, I
It's
heard a moral and I was like,
sociopathic.
okay, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's just pure sociopathic joy. But at the same time, it's way better than it has any right to
Ooh,
be.
that is a good
You know,
question.
because Neven is just such a underrated author. Like people don't realize just how good he is. If you listen to The Stars Have Eyes, which is on our platform exclusively, it is a complete 180 from Everybody
It's
Loves Large Chests.
it's really good.
In the same way that Everybody Loves Large Chests is a sociopathic romp, The Stars Have Eyes is like an incredibly heartfelt romantic comedy, and it'll really kick you right in the feels, and it's just adorable and human and just everything you want out of a good romantic comedy, really. So, but don't let that if you're the kind of person who doesn't like rom-coms, it's because there's like a certain formula that rom-coms have, I think, that makes it unappealing, which is sort of like, I don't know how to put it, bland,
Every
I
ending is the
guess.
same.
Yeah. Every ending's the same. With The Stars Have Eyes, okay, here's the concept, and this if you don't like rom-coms, this might convert you. What if your girlfriend was Cthulhu? That's the concept, right? So if you don't
Right.
like rom-coms, maybe this is the antidote, okay? But
So
anyway, Jackson is coming Friday, so don't forget, pick that up. Get the pre-order if it's already out. And yes, Rich
so
has one of our greatest hits books on tape,
so
with my signature on it. Yes, sir. That is the
Joel has one
first.
as well. I just
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
so
That is the first book on tape we made. It is actually a USB cosplaying as a cassette tape. And it's got all of our first episodes of all of our stuff from 2022. But now we have full
so
books on tape, right? We have all of Kaiju
which I
Battlefield
need to pick me
Surgeon.
up a few of those.
Yeah, we have all of Stars Have Eyes. We have all of Earth Force. We have all of Deep Madness. And then this weekend at Davenport for Planet FunkCon, we'll have Seance High Falls, which is
Ooh.
a complete seance, which is a complete cinematic audio series that we have, and the whole of Dino Adventures and Adventures in Alicia by Ben Wolf. So we're stacking up those cassettes, guys. We're gonna have more and more.
God, I can't wait. So here's everything that's on greatest hits for 2022. The Stars Have Eyes, Episode 1. Earth Force Reflect Legacy, Book 2, Episode 1. Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon by Matt Denneman, Episode 1. Holy fuck, I wasn't ready. Just gonna throw that out there because what the fuck? Okay. Uh, Malevolent, Part 1, The Dark World, Space Buns. Shout out to Space Buns. I love it so much. Let's see. And then Tales from the Battered Mind, Episode 1 by Sarah King, which shout out to Sarah King. She does a lot of good stuff, especially on the Soundbooth Theater app.
She's actually the only author who is exclusive to our app.
I love it.
And I didn't even like, I tried to talk her out of it. I was like, dude, come on. We got to at least leave 0 on Audible because that one, it makes more sales. And she's like, no, we're sticking, we're wanting to stay exclusive there. That's the only place people can get it. So, you know what? I'm super appreciative of that, first of all, because, that takes a lot of trust, right? For someone to say that to us. And it also is a lot of fucking pressure too. It's like, oh shit, man, this is the only place people can buy it. All right. So yeah, guys, don't forget Sarah King. Don't sleep on Sarah King, man. She is a brilliant author. She does all sorts of shit. The 0 series is all like epic military sci-fi. Then we have Vampire Queen, which is like
That
a
one's
really,
good. That one
yeah,
is really good
really,
because I read,
really good.
obviously, because Zach Johnson, he told me about Alaskan Fury, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. And I read it because obviously it's Zach, and I was like, wow, Sarah's a really good author. And then I saw you guys' thing for Vampire Queen. I was like, yep, gonna go ahead and just buy that one because
Yes.
if a book has a romance subplot, I'm a sucker for it. I don't care
Mm.
what anyone says. Go ahead, make fun of me. TJ's not in the chat anymore, so I don't think he'll bully me anymore. I haven't seen
It's
him
my
pop up.
job. By the
Yeah,
way, chat, Rich is the emotional turmoil guy.
I am where Joel's the mechanics. I focus on the character development and their subplots. So, yeah, Joel can focus on Carl using his grippers to crush gerbils. I'll focus on the emotional damage that causes. Which that scene alone, I was doing an Uber when that scene happened. I was driving.
Like you were driving the Uber?
I was the driver. And the person looked like the person went, "What the fuck are we listening to?" And I said, "Dungeon Crawler Carl," and they're like, "I'm gonna buy this. This sounds fucked." And then I think I missed the last two, which were the Shattered Minds from Brian episode. I think it was chapter 1 and chapter 2, and then Harmon Cooper's Monster Hunt NYC. Emotional
Yes.
damage. Yes,
Book
that is.
book 3 of that just came out, by the way. Monster
Which
Hunt NYC.
congratulations on the release
Thank
of
you.
that.
Thank you.
We've gotten some damn good Sound Booth Theater releases because you just had another release that you were featured in from the likes of Lang and Tang.
Right. Mimicking me. That's right.
It was so good. Holy, that was
So-
as soon as you talked about it on the last episode of Sound Booth Theater Live, I was looking for it. I was refreshing the page, just waiting for it to drop, and then I bought it immediately.
Yeah, that was an interesting one because it was very clear that the authors were influenced by Everybody Loves Large Chests. I mean, that's one of the reasons why they came to us is
Oh, God,
because
it's funny as hell.
because because of our long history with Everybody Loves Large Chests. But that put the pressure on me to be like, okay, well, this can't be boxy.
You did
Right.
a really good job with the changing up the voices and everything, because I was curious to see how you were going to do the mimic's voice, and that was
It
one
was
of
a-
the big reasons I got it.
It was a completely different character. Like Boxy is his own thing. I didn't want people to feel like it was just this giant cameo, so
Ooh, Earth Force is good.
so I hope people really enjoy that too. I had a lot of fun performing it, have like that manic attitude, switching voices as one character, like trying to be the same character with all of those voices. It was a weird challenge, but actually Ryan, the narrator, Ryan Reed, who's another one of our really promising new narrators, who I think is going to go really far. He's quite brilliant.
He did such a
he's
good
he's a
job.
lot like Zach in that way, where he's just got the right he's got the right tone. He's got the right inflection almost every time. That's pretty rare in my opinion for narrators. But also he's eclectic, and he's versatile, and he does a lot of monster sounds, which someone, Derek Atwater, asked about will we ever get a full dive of DCC. So I have something to show you guys here, a little
Oh, yeah.
treat to play for you. Let me find it again. Here we go.
And Emily in the chat just said, "Do not sleep on Ryan."
Do not sleep on Ryan. That's correct.
He's good.
So I'm going to play something. For those of you who don't know, we are rebooting Dungeon Crawler Carl. And the reboot will legally not be called cinematic audio. It will be called the Audio Immersion Tunnel instead.
That's not
But the first
pretty good.
episode of that is going to release the same day as Dungeon Crawler Carl 6. The first episode will be free on our website. and that will basically take you all the way up to the Hoarder. And it's full cast sound effects and music. And so
Okay.
we're really hoping that you guys are ready for that. We've been working really hard on it pretty much all year. And we're still feeling behind. We're still, because we're trying to do the best possible job on it. And so the first episode's going to come out September 1st. Then give us another couple months. October 31st is when episode 2 comes out, and then they're going to be every 2 weeks after that until we have a full 8 episodes.
God,
And that's going to cover all of book 1. So I'm going to show you guys what we've got a lot of music, and
okay. We have some questions. We'll get to them
4 or
afterwards.
5. We have 4 or 5, we have 5 composers working on this thing.
Fucking
me,
hell!
Justin Thomas James, Ahmed Mahmoud, our lead engineer, Aaron J. Morton, our lead composer, and Eddie Zach, who is actually he's basically Ahmed's teacher from way back. Great guitarist.
Oh my
And we
God.
also have some other really great studio musicians on board, one of whom, his name's Brockett. He's the keyboard player for Lady Gaga.
That is
So
fucking awesome.
yeah, so he's in it, and this is one that Eddie Zach composed. This is called the Bumpin' Boss Battle, and this is what you're gonna hear during the Ball of Swine. So here's a little preview.
Insert Jeopardy music here.
All right, I'm probably gonna have to turn it down a little bit.
It's like this is not your mom's Jeopardy music.
No, this just gets the hype levels going. Can they pop this at the club in Atlanta? I'm digging it. Holy shit. All right. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
Can you imagine like disco lights and all the pigs and tuxedos and nightgowns just rolling around?
This makes me think of Night at the Roxbury, but better. So I'm all for it.
Yeah. The thing about Dungeon Crawler Carl is it pretty much demands a very eclectic soundtrack, right?
Right.
The whole thing, the thing about Dungeon Crawler Carl itself is the aesthetic is all stapled together.
Night at the
Right,
Roxbury.
everything-
Space for Emily.
Yeah, it's a Frankensteining of
I love
everything
it.
possible, and so we wanted to reflect that in the music. So that's why we have so many different people coming at it from different angles. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to this one coming out, guys, because as much passion as I'm able to put into the voice acting of the audiobook, you know, we get to put even more into production here, you know.
Right.
And music is maybe it's not what I'm best at, but it's my number one passion. So that's why I'm you know just so psyched for people to just get a deeper dive into it. Yeah. Can you get Lindsey Sterling to play in a violin battle in
World of Chains.
Who's Lindsey Sterling? I feel dumb.
Famous violinist. She does a lot of like covers on YouTube and everything. She's awesome. If you've not
Really?
listened to her,
Okay.
she is great.
Maybe, like that's another thing that we want to do with the audio immersion tunnel is just have more opportunities to work with more artists and get out there with like YouTubers and bring in more talent and just do other fun crazy shit. Um, you know, the audiobooks are awesome. That's what got us here, but like those aren't going anywhere. Those are just gonna stay on Audible. But this stuff, the audio immersion tunnel, is going to be exclusive to our platform, and that's the only way you're going to be able to get it. We're going to do a season every year. This year, for season 1, it's just book 1. Next year, we're combining books 2 and 3 into a season,
Ooh.
and then it's 1 book a year after that, because after book 3 they get fucking gigantic anyway. So there's no
They
real
get
way to.
chunky, and we're not
Yeah.
complaining. We are not complaining.
So, this is probably going to be our heaviest lift, is getting the series started. But once we get this series started, we're going to have a lot of assets that we can take into the next season. We're always going to need to make more stuff. But the momentum will be started here. And, it's not guaranteed we're going to do a season 2. We have to see how many people actually come and buy season 1. But I feel pretty confident you guys are gonna want it. So
we are 3 followers away on Twitch from hitting 200 followers. So
Wow.
I'm gonna make a thing
Nice.
right now. Get us to 200 followers, and after DragonCon, after Joel and I get home, I will personally buy one person a copy of Dungeon Crawler Carl 6, either on paperback or audio or Kindle, whatever they prefer. I will do that as a giveaway, and that'll be our first giveaway after DragonCon to
that'd be awesome.
get this, because I'm gonna have Matt sign my copy via the Bedlam Bride anyways. So get us there, guys. We got fun stuff planned for the rest of the year, because we are stacked. We are stacked.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, because we got lineups after lineups, and I can't wait.
Yeah, who you got next?
This is actually our last show until DragonCon.
Right.
We are gonna be doing a couple lives at DragonCon.
Cool.
So like while we're like at Lit RPG Under the Sea, I'll probably do like an Ask Me Anything or something on Twitch, or stream live to the Lit RPG Legion group if Geneva lets me. We'll figure something out, but I'm gonna try to make as much content as we can. We've thought about making a little stats on stats documentary of our time at DragonCon, and I'm wondering how much of it's gonna be censored out.
Hopefully, plenty.
Because we're doing
You guys
Joel's
have a
bachelor
good time.
party for part of the nights too.
That's
Which
cool.
I told you about that. I told you about that back in January.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
Because we got a few things. We got some stuff planned.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it. DragonCon's gonna be great. I can't wait to
it's
see
gonna
all
be
these
so much fun.
people. It's always awesome to see the community together. And I don't know exactly what percentage of the authors get out there, but it seems like a high percentage.
Right.
It seems like a high percentage. So
We're excited because we got all of a lot of the big ones from the UK flying in and everything. I'm actually being a little pack mule for bringing down some books to DragonCon. So I'm excited because I'm one, helping these authors get their stuff here without having to pay extraordinarily amounts of shipping fees, because that doesn't sound like fun.
No, it doesn't.
But DragonCon's going to be great. So if you see any of us there, come say hi. I'll probably have an anxiety
The
attack.
first
It's okay.
person to find me, because I'm going to be in cosplay, the first person to find me, or probably multiple people, I'll have little mana shooters. They're going to be blue tinted, and
What is going to be in the shooters, Joel? Because if they got to show an ID if it's something alcohol
okay,
related.
yeah. If you're underage, you're going to have to. You can't do it, but.
BJ's up to 20 books for the con. I'm probably right there with you, if not more.
No. But I'll be in cosplay, and if you find me, then you get a shot. So
Very
that'll be
nice.
fun.
Yeah, I'll definitely be hitting you up.
One
want
of the
that
comments
mana.
One of the comments we got on Twitch was very happy you got Andrea to do some of the voices in the DCC tunnel after you stole her from her job. Looking forward to Dominion of Blades whenever Matt gets to it.
Yeah, I don't know if they've started talking or not, but Andy and Matt have both talked to me about maybe doing something with Dominion of Blades again. So, you know, even if that's just book 3 getting done and out there, I don't know if Matt is talking about doing book 3 before he finishes Dungeon Crawler Carl. I think that'd probably be a good idea, but also I think the fans would all rake their own eyes out knowing that he's writing something else besides Dungeon Crawler Carl. And to me, that's entertaining in and of itself too. So
Emily just commented, the children will have orange wristbands at Lit RPG. Jeff wants you to pelt them down with cupcakes.
yes.
I'll look the other way. Okay, so for Joel's cosplay, he's going as the main character from Is
going
It Wrong to
as-
Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
Belle Crenell from Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
Okay.
I am going as the therapy class, so I'm going to be wearing a shirt and tie and walking around with a notepad, and I'm going to tilt my glasses down just like that and be like, and so how does that make you feel? Since I like the emotional turmoil,
Right.
TJ Lombardi was like, oh, that's just the therapy class. I was like, okay, cool. I'll just do that then, because I was going to go as Randy Lionheart from Tokens and Towers, but
okay.
I had to replace 2 of the tires on my car, so that really took a lot out of the Dragon Con fund. So I'm doing a homebrew cosplay and just becoming a therapist, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. I mean, as long as you have stats, as long as you
I will have
take
a note
stats,
sheet, and we're gonna have a name badge that Steven's
Yeah.
gonna make for me.
Oh,
That's
you
the only
should,
way
like,
it's legit.
You should like make character sheets for people and be like, "This is what's wrong
Okay.
with you."
Okay, I want to make people happy, not like break them.
No, but you're like a therapist. So
You have a
like,
-3
Yeah.
to persuasion. Just here you go.
You're
Have fun.
you're a therapist, so you just have to appear as if you are helping them,
Yeah.
but really you're just deepening their
You're like,
trauma.
and how does that make you feel? Yeah, here you go. This is what's wrong.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I have shitty handwriting. Yeah, I could be a therapist. All right, let's go. So we are
I
getting
also have
to
shitty
the
handwriting.
to the closing of the show where we do a fun few things.
Cool.
Just looking at the comments here really quickly because there was a question that Sharon asked.
Yeah, there were a few
Um,
questions.
Mr. Hayes, what's a book that currently doesn't have an audiobook that you would like to do if you could?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. That's really hard because I don't like I can only think of books that I would want to do that already have audiobooks that are pretty popular, you know. But actually anything that Neil Barrett Jr. wrote. He's a very obscure author that no one knows about. But he's my favorite. Yeah, Neil Barrett Jr. He died 2013, I think. So I've narrated 3 of his audiobooks. And Stress Pattern was the first one I narrated. And he died the day before I got the job for Stress Pattern. So I was like, at the time, I didn't know what the fuck it was. You know, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Audition. This is back, you know, when I was just starting off. So I wasn't shit. And I just was picking up whatever I could. And that one seemed interesting, so I picked it. And then I got an email saying, okay, well, you got the job, except, you know, the author died yesterday. So I was like,
Fucking hell.
That's fucked up. But I still did it, and I was blown away by how good the book was. And so I just kept looking for his stuff, and I read a bunch of his stuff, and I tried to get more of his jobs. But unfortunately, they just don't sell. So anything I can do for him would be great.
That's awesome.
That's
very wholesome, too. So Geneva came up with a great idea. Sounds like the therapist should hand out the shots.
There you
It's
go.
medicine. So I guess I'll be walking around with Joel, giving out mana potions. So come find us. And of course, we'll be posting pictures on the Stats on Stats Twitter and probably in the Facebook group as well, just so we can, because we want to say hi to people. Like we want people to come up and say hi because it's fun. And I also have anxiety, so let's break that. Let's break my anxiety. This is going to be an overwhelming adventure for me. We love to see it. Adds cocktail tray to equipment list. Thank you, Emily. That's exactly what I'll be doing. Oh, Judas Priest. Okay, we're gonna break me this year. Sounds like a good time. Take you notes.
Richie.
Break Richie. Geneva,
Yes.
you're not gonna get your wings if you keep trying to break me. I owe you wings, but you're not gonna get them if I'm broken. You do it afterwards, like before I drive home.
Or just right as you get the wings, just be like,
Be
Thank
like,
you.
yeah, you
You're a
suck.
wreck.
She said she will get her wings. She will build me better. Challenge accepted. Oh, god damn. I regret this now. Fuck. You as I'm eating them. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Start roasting him.
All right, I might need to team up with Jay at this point because he's got a plan to, like, break Geneva, I think. So this is, oh god. We're all throwing books at Richie. Fuck. Harmon's already doing that, so. God damn it.
Oh man, we're gonna have a fun time at Dragon Con.
This is gonna be a
There's
blast.
also like a dating game, some kind of dating game happening
Matt
Saturday
doing
night.
that?
Huh?
Is it Matt,
Matt
doing that?
and Harmon.
Oh fuck.
They're gonna.
No.
I'm gonna be their fucking finger cuffs up there.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm not going to it.
Gosh.
Mm-mm.
Oh, why not? Why not?
Because I'm scared now.
It's gonna be funny.
Sounds like fun.
So apparently well, shit. I don't know if
Well-
I'm supposed to be talking about this.
Well,
It may be a surprise, but
okay.
anyway, I'll be up there with Harmon Cooper and Matt Dinneman. So
Well, I know last
that's
year they were talking about one that Michael Chatfield did, and apparently he talked in an American accent the entire time, and
but
people didn't.
he's
Yeah, exactly. And people didn't realize that he was not American.
but he kind of I mean his accent fluctuates all the time. I don't know if you guys
I
have
need to
noticed.
meet Michael Chatfield so I need to experience America's ass in person. So
he's the first lit RPG author I ever met in person. Like he was the first guy I hung out with at the first Dragon Con I ever went to. So
that is fucking awesome.
And
We're still
we
trying
got
to convince
plastic
Zach
on
to fly in and stay with us for like a night or two, because we were like, Zach, we need you there, and he goes, I'll see what I can do. I was like, no, you need to be there. We need you. We need you.
where does Zach live again?
California.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah, that's a big ask.
and anytime I talk to him, like because we talk on the phone constantly, or we're like texting back and forth, a conversation between him and I just goes for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Like there's no minimum at that point. It's just like that's just how it goes. So originally he was gonna join us, but he was like, I don't think I'll be able to. I was like, damn it. All right, that's fine.
Well, I'd love to see Zach in person, so I hope you are able to convince
Well,
him.
hope we got to get a show, both of you on a show then at some point if we can, because that would be fun. Zach's a regular at this point. It feels like.
Yeah.
So
Well, he's a good guy. He's a great narrator. He's actually working on. Speaking of Charles, and I want to work with Charles again as soon as possible. But he has his own label now with Ramon,
ooh,
and they are actually publishing a book called Shadow. What is it? Shadow Agency.
oh, that
that's
sounds
right.
like it's gonna be good.
Shadow Agency. And Zach is narrating it, and I'm featured in
Yay.
it. And I had an amazing time playing the villain in that one. So watch out for that, guys. It's gonna be
Party
good.
welcome.
Mark Carlson, I think is his name. The guy. There's another World Tree book. Like another World Tree.
Oh, like the other World
It
Tree
came
Online
out kind of
type.
the same. It kind of came out at the same time, and there was some confusion there. Does he go by M.A. Carlson? Is that
I am not
Is that her name?
100% sure.
Anyway,
I'll
he's
look real
the
quick.
guy who wrote it. Um, yeah, Charles and Ramon are busy people now, and I'm happy to see them like jumping in and doing publishing and helping authors get better. Really, that's their main thing, is trying to get everybody's stuff up to a higher standard. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever those guys
M.A.
get out
Carlson, yeah.
there. Yeah, M.A. Carlson. Yeah.
I had to look it up really quickly because I was like, I'm
So
not
Zach's
sure.
narrating that one. Emma Kate Starling is the female side of that audiobook, and then I'm playing a couple of villains and a not quite villain.
Okay. Your
Yeah,
villain roles
so-
are very good, by the way. Just saying.
It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing to do, man.
So someone in the Twitch asked World Tree 4. No, it's another World Tree series by a different author. They just came out
Yeah.
around the same time because I had the same confusion because Joel actually told me to read World Tree online, and I was like, okay, which one? And then we got it going. There's just so many. There's so many books out there right now, and I rip my to be read list because fuck, just absolute fuck. And I hate when I have to like pick one up and just to set another one down. I'm like, no, let me enjoy the books, please. So if everyone
Yeah.
could just pause for like a week so I can catch up, that'd be great.
I have the same problem right now with comics. I have a stack.
So
of
many comics.
like this big.
So many. I'm still trying to catch up on The Last Ronin. I need to finish it.
Oh man, I haven't even started that one.
Oh, it's
People
good.
keep recommending it to me, and
It's
I've
so
flipped through
good.
it. It looks good.
It's beautiful. So we'll start wrapping up because I don't want to go over
Okay.
our limit here and
Sure.
everything. We do a little thing of, hey, what you been reading? So we'll start with Joel. Hey, Joel,
Yeah.
what you been reading since our episode last week?
So Jay Boyce's Mystic Mage Book 2 came out.
Mm-hmm.
Clover City, I think. So I listened through that. It's only available at
Mountaindale Press.
Mountaindale Press. Somehow Rich found it. I couldn't find it, but
I
it's
didn't
there.
find it. I
somewhere.
went to Dakota Kraut's page on Facebook, and he posted the link. So, or it was in the Mountaindale Press. It was on one of the pages.
Yeah.
So that's how I found it.
But it's out there, and it's already got an audio for it, and it is fantastic. I had to, once I finished it, I went back and re-listened to the series. So that's kind of what I've been doing all week. Has it been like a week
It's been a week, yeah.
since last episode? Yeah.
Since we had Dave Bushman on.
That
Shout out to
and
Dave. Hi, Dave. We love you.
Primal Hunter Book 6 came out, so I just started on that. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. So Jeff, what you been listening to, reading, whatever?
Okay, so I mean, I kind of have a long list here because I'm like
Yeah.
doing a lot of
Constantly.
a lot of reading, and this stuff won't be lit RPG,
That's fine.
unfortunately. But yeah. So Lord of the Rings, I mentioned earlier. I'm reading that. I'm currently about to get into. They were just on the mountain, and getting their asses beat by the cold, and they're kind of like about to go down the road they don't want to go, but they have to. So still on book 1.
Okay.
I'm reading a book by Ben Wolfe. I think it's called Unlucky.
Okay.
It's a Western. Ben Wolfe is now one of my besties.
He did the
an author.
dinosaur stuff.
He
you
did the
guys
Dino
Okay.
Adventures one, yeah. And actually, if you want to listen to something that we did for him already in cinematic audio, it's called S1-R3N. It's on our platform, and it's free. Ryan Reed is the
I know what I'm
primary
listening to
narrator.
tonight.
I'm one of the other characters, 2 of the other characters, and then Dory Sachs is also in it. That one's very good, and it's very
That is
short.
stacked.
So like an hour and a half, I think.
Oh, that is stacked. I love it. I'm
But
all
yeah,
for it.
Unlucky is his Western. So I'm reading that in paperback form. I am reading Frank Miller's Daredevil run. I just started it.
It's fucked.
And yeah, that's
It,
that's what I hear. That's
it's
what I hear.
fucked. But anything
Um,
Frank Miller does is normally pretty fucked.
yeah. Um, let's see. BJ Wood says it's not available yet. It will be available. Like we're basically releasing it at Planet FunkCon in Davenport.
Is that one like the kid appropriate one, or is
Mm-hmm.
it okay? Cool.
Yeah.
Because my fourth grade teacher asked me, because I ran into her and I told her about everything that I'm doing and everything. She goes, "That's awesome. That sounds exactly like you. Are there any books for that kids in my class could listen to?" And I was like, yeah, uh, I gotta
Yeah.
really think on that one.
That's a problem for us, right?
And I was
But
like,
it's a problem we're fixing. So real quick, we have a new imprint called Sound Booth Clubhouse,
okay,
and that's what the Dino Adventures are going to be under, Sound Booth Clubhouse. But eventually on our app, what we want is a whole section dedicated to kids stuff. So like you go to Barnes and Noble
Mhm.
and you go to the kids section and it's completely different. Like all the walls are painted like
Yeah.
it's a meadow and there's blue skies and there's cute characters everywhere and there's a little playground, a little reading area. We want that on our app. We want to be able to let our fans who have kids basically go to the Sound Booth Clubhouse, lock it, and make sure that their kids can't buy anything and they can't find Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon.
Yeah, that would be a traumatizing experience for a kid to boot up
Right?
Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So that's one of our goals right now is to build up more of a kids catalog so that we can start serving that market. We've also already
is-
done the first 4 books of the Accidental Minecraft family.
Which is a fun read.
Yeah, it's
I
so
was the
fun.
toad.
I play Bruce the cat in that one,
It's a fun little
who farts a lot.
adventure.
Yeah, and that. There's a box set of all 4 on Audible right now, but we're gonna bring that to the platform eventually once we have our parental controls at least up. But anyway, more kid stuff coming soon. But Ben Wolf's kid stuff is going to be amazing. Yeah, if you guys are going to be at Planet FunkCon, you can purchase it there. We'll also be selling it at Dragon Con. So, and that's in book
Hell
and
yeah.
tape, books on tape. And okay, one more thing that I'm reading, as far as stuff for fun for myself. Um, shit, can't. There's so many comics right now on my to be read list. Like, yeah, I'll just stop there. I'll stop there. Daredevil, Lord of the Rings, Unlucky by Ben Wolf, and actually Jonathan Schmidt has another Western.
I
that
got
I'm
to
gonna
read the
start reading
prologue
soon.
for it.
Mm,
He
Yeah.
sent it to me and it's good. It's
Yeah,
really
so-
good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna read it as soon as I can, as soon as I have time. Oh, and I'm listening to Andy Weir's Hail Mary, right, on Matt Dinneman's suggestion. So
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
lots of stuff.
All right. So
what about you,
for
Rich?
for me, all right. Let's back it up. Oh, BJ Wood asked, "What's the name of the western?"
The one that Jonathan Schmidt,
Yeah. No, the one that
Unlucky. Ben
Unlucky?
Wolf's
Okay.
Unlucky. Yeah.
or are you asking what's the name of the western from Jonathan? Because it's not fully published yet, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants me to share what it's called. I don't know if he's got it. Yeah, it doesn't even have a title. I have a doc here.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I have. He sent it to me through Discord, and I read it, and I was like, "Oh, this looks really fucking good."
Yeah, so I haven't, I don't know what the name of it is yet.
All right. So since last episode, I only went through 3 audiobooks, which is rookie numbers for me. Well, but it's also been we've been doing a show every week this month. I did Tokens and Towers 3 because Harmon Cooper sent me a code for that because I've been patiently waiting for that book to drop. And I also love Tokens and Towers so much. Finished it today. Cried. So good. Mimic and Me. Fantastic read. It was such a good read. Do not sleep on that series, guys. It was such a fun time. What was the other one Oh, and I'm currently reworking my way through Space Seasons by Don Chapman because I've just been I
Hmm.
needed that sci-fi kick, and I'm on book 2 at the moment. On my Kindle though, I just finished Arcane Cultivator by Harmon Cooper. It's his newest book, and holy shit, that book was a ride. So what I did was after I finished it, I finished Tokens and Towers today. I went straight back into my Audible and rebooted up A Summoner Awakens because I needed that card building elements of stuff, and that one is also a fun one. So hey, don't sleep on
Yeah.
that one either. It's really good, and it's narrated by our guest Jeff Hayes. So let's check it out. And
All right.
it's a long book too.
It's a long one. It's a long one. I'm looking forward to book 2 of that. My only gripe with that book is I feel like by the end of book 1, it feels like we're just getting started. Um, so I'm really looking forward to book 2 to see how this journey goes. I feel like book 2 is going to be a complete 180, and it's going to be full of things happening. That's how I feel.
Charles has a card book series, Upgrade Apocalypse. Yes, I've
Yep,
done,
that's correct.
and it's narrated by, or yeah, Daniel Wisniewski, and Daniel fucking kills it on that. Anything that man touches, it's an instant like pickup for me. So
Yeah, I gotta check out more of his stuff.
he's damn good. I would love to see him at Sound Booth
That might
Theater
be
because
one.
he's
I might
just so
just pick
good.
that up right now, actually.
I got a list of stuff for you if you want some good ones. Um, actually, I might have an audio code for you.
Okay.
I'll let you know afterwards. I got to message the person because I think we had one left over from last week.
All right.
Did we do our giveaway?
Which one?
Whatever we were
That's what I'm
telling
checking on
people to
right
do
now.
last week.
Yeah, we announced the winners on Friday, and it was only 2. It was TJ and
Okay.
Samuel on Twitter because those are my only 2. But I think there might be one. That's why I'm double checking real quick because if we do, I'm just gonna give it to Jeff.
JTJ is just now getting my message.
Damn it, JTJ, you got a few minutes before we wrap up. Aggressively typing that keyboard. Where's Sin at? Call it out, Sin. So, but we do have some fun stuff planned for after Dragon Con because we have Kevin Sinclair booked to be on the show, Brian J. Norton, Lars McMuller, and we're gonna try to talk to a few authors while we're at Dragon Con because this is a fun show. And now that we're doing it here and also on Twitch as well,
Yeah.
we're trying to multi-stream and everything. And hey, Jeff, you could send JTJ a link if he wants to pop in here and yell at me really quickly.
And
Send
if you
him the
miss
invite link I sent you.
if you miss
I'll-
the episode, it should be on YouTube afterwards.
Yeah, usually
okay, cool.
gets on YouTube the day afterwards. So, but we got some fun stuff planned. And Emily just typed. Sometimes Justin disappears, and then Jeff and I have to go and go all Liam Neeson on his ass. Oh, Judas Priest, we love to
It's
see
true.
it. We love to see it.
true.
So, but hey, we got stuff planned for Dragon Con. We're going to do some
Yep.
live streams and stuff like that. The Lit RPG Under the Sea event is going to be an absolute blast, and I think they just announced that Jeffrey Falcon is going to be there as well because
Yep.
I got a
Yep, he's a
notification
sponsor.
from
I'll
Emily.
have to see if Steven will make another list for us.
Yes, because and we're doing a Lit RPG Legion crossover with actual Legion Publishing, and sweet. So
Great. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys there. If you're streaming while you're at Lit RPG Under the Sea, just drop by the booth. We're gonna have a table. We have special Sound Booth Theater trading cards that we're giving out.
oh fuck yeah, fuck yeah. I need them
And
all.
you guys are gonna want these.
I need
You
them
guys
all.
are gonna want these. So be sure anybody who's there, don't forget to drop by the table to get one.
And we got
Yes.
Major BJ's coming on the show. Yes, Major Brian J. Norton. So it's gonna be this. I'm really excited because this is my first Dragon Con. Joel's been we were gonna go last year, but I had moved back from Colorado to Indiana, so it did not work in my favor to finance a trip. But we're excited, and look for me. I'll be carrying a plethora of books because holy shit, I'm a pack mule at this point, and I'm not complaining. It's gonna be my workout.
Yeah,
20
And
except
books.
now
I
you're
have
gonna
a shirt
rope me in.
planned. Hey, hey, Joel. I still need to order my major BJ shirt. That's the thing. I need to order mine still. I haven't done that yet. Finances have been tough, but Joel's getting 2 free shirts from me from SL Roland, so I don't know why he's bitching right now.
Author Steve
So-
Rowland.
Yeah, SL Roland, Pangea Online.
Yeah.
I love Steve. He's a damn gem. So, but this has been Stats on Stats. Since Justin Thomas James doesn't want to come in here and yell at me, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap up the show. 'Cause
I'll make sure
rude.
he comes and yells at you some other time.
He can definitely come yell at me at Dragon Con. I'll take it. I'll sit there and be like, yes sir, please, more, keep it coming. Anyways, so, but Jeff, thank you for joining us. This has been an episode we've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm so happy that we finally got it because this was so much fun.
Well,
This
thanks,
was an
thanks so
absolute
much for
fucking
having
blast.
me, guys. I had fun. Just let me know if you guys want to do this again next year sometime. I'm down.
Obviously, you're always welcome on the show anytime. You can just crash the party.
All right.
So-
I'll keep this link.
Everyone, thank you for tuning in. This has been Stats on Stats, where we talk everything lit RPG, game lit, dungeon core, etc. The drill. But we want to thank you all for tuning in, and we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.